Let that money talk. You bout that bad, let that money talk. Let that money talk. You bout that bad, let that money talk. Now if you focus bout that bad, let that money talk. You on your hustle and your grind, let that money talk. You bout your vision and your goals, let that money talk. You out here getting it all the time, let that money talk.
It works. It definitely works. But I'm gonna pull up these questions real quick because I'm like, okay, so one, I definitely want to tap in with you, right? Your your Facebook post definitely hit home. So I just felt like it was very necessary to tap in and one for we went to high school together, y'all. So so it's definitely good to tap in with, people back home and we all be going through stuff. So it's like good to see that you're still getting through. So your story definitely touched me, but other than that, you're a mom first. So motherhood is definitely important. So I do want to start with that. What do you think motherhood has taught you about yourself?
It's taught me that I definitely have way more patience than I've ever known. Kids definitely give you that.
Yeah.
Especially with multiple and different personalities and yeah, patience. I would say definitely patience.
Yes. What's one thing you wish you knew before coming a mother?
Um, that it's really no handbook. Like it's no perfect way to raise them. You learn as you go. Even after having a newborn 5 years later, it's still a whole different process. Each kid is definitely
Hmm.
different, and you just have to kind of find a way to parent each one differently to
Right.
match their personalities. So definitely there's no handbook.
Right.
I'm still learning now. My oldest kid is going to be 10, so it's just you learn as you go.
Hmm. Absolutely. Um, Not a mother yet, but I definitely just observing and seeing it definitely is a task and it definitely has to be a mindset that you have. At least you know the good moms from the moms who are bad, or moms who don't take
Yeah.
care of their kids. So that's good that, that you adapt to your children and you figure it out versus just keeping it straight across the board. That's cool. How do you balance being a mom and then like nurturing yourself?
I'm still reworking on that. I have a newborn right now, so it's like
Mhm.
starting all the way over. I used to feel bad low key for like taking time for myself or like vacations or like just getting back to me. But eventually I learned that it does get overwhelming, just not doing for you or just being full blown mom. You still have to be your own person and find that time. So I try to take like a few hours when there's sleep, or I'll go out every now and then, or even just in the house. Like I said, when they go to bed, I guess that's just my me time.
Right.
Get myself together, even if it's just watching TV or just something that's just for me for a few hours, and to
Hmm.
not feel bad about it because it's time that I do need to get back to myself.
Absolutely. I think that's important as a mother for sure. I think that's important for people in general, like learning how to find that balance for themselves and giving time for yourself because, and especially if you can learn it before you have kids, then
Like relationships, people get so lost in their partner, and it's like you still have to, remember you were somebody before kids, before a spouse, before all that stuff. So,
hmm.
you gotta get that in there.
Yes. And that at the long run makes a better situation at the end of the day, at least in my
Yeah.
opinion. Um, what's the hardest part about being a mother?
I would say the hardest part is feeling like you don't do enough or figuring out how to have that balance of there's still time for me, but then making sure they feel like all the love that you're giving or feel like you are
Right.
there and stuff like that. So like when
Mhm.
I went to dental assistant school last year, I went through my whole pregnancy in school, but still had kids at home. So it was that balance of here, plus making sure they're good with school, getting them together every night. And sometimes it was just like, okay, I got to work and school and them. And it just makes it hard sometimes to make sure you're giving yourself that self love and then still giving your kids all equal love, especially when you have multiple kids. It's like, okay, does anybody feel like they're the favorite? Because y'all all get on my nerves.
Right.
So it's just really, I think the hardest part is just really balance, just finding
Mhm.
whatever works for you.
Mhm. It's like something you that's continuous until they like get old enough to get out the house, and then it
Even
don't even
when they're
stop there.
older.
Yeah, like, and then it
Yeah.
don't even stop there because you're like, you gotta make the right
Like,
decisions. Did you learn from what I taught you? For sure.
yeah.
What does being a good mom truly mean to you?
To me, it means a lot. Like, I feel like I had a really good mom, even through times we went through when I was a teenager, which is typical teenage mom daughter stuff. So to me, I just feel like it means a lot. I want my kids to know, like, I'm that person that you guys are always going to have. No matter if you feel like I'm hard on you or whatever you feel, everything is for a reason. And it's to make sure, they're better too late to accomplish things. And
Hmm.
then, as I was telling you, my mom passed literally, like, I had two classes left, and she passed
Okay,
like
yeah.
before. And so initially I'm like, okay, that's it. Like I was already ready to wrap it up. And one of my cousins texted me and they were like, you gonna finish and we'll deal with everything else after. And so I had even reached out to my teachers and everything and they let me finish a day early. So I didn't have to really I got to finish but I didn't really have to be there. Um and then just them seeing me at graduation was like a big deal for them. They were more excited than me about graduation. So I feel like recently that's just like one of my best feelings and accomplishments of being a mom, just showing them to always go after whatever you want and even through obstacles if possible.
Right. And my condolences, because again, we kind of dapped into that. It's literally never easy. Um, how has losing your mom affected you as a woman, the woman you've become?
Um, I feel like it's an on and off type of thing. In ways, I feel like it's put me in a stronger position. Like I feel like me overcoming certain things with her passing has made me a stronger person. But I've also never been really a vulnerable person to people. And since then, I have become more vulnerable or like more of an emotional person. And most people think like women are automatically emotional or vulnerable people. And so I feel like for me, that's put me in sort of a soft era. I'm
Mhm.
more okay with being open about my emotions. I'm okay with grief. I okay with feeling how I feel.
Okay, I want to ask, what do you do in those moments of grief? I mean, because I feel like it's still, I'm not sure how long has it been. It's still fresh, right? To
It's
me,
been a year, yeah.
yeah. See, to me, that's still fresh. Like that's still like you barely even like accepting it in a sense. But I'm not sure where you're at on your journey. You could be, you know. So,
Um,
what is
yeah,
that
I
like for
agree.
you?
It's still fresh, definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like the odd thing about grief, especially with a parent, it doesn't, well, for me at least, it didn't feel as heavy in the beginning. I feel like now that it's more time, it makes it harder. Like the more time that goes past, and it's like, oh shit, like you're really not here. I feel like that's the part that makes it harder. The longer time goes by. Initially, I
Hmm.
was still kind of in like
A shock.
yeah, it was still like, okay, she's not here, but it didn't really feel like much yet. And then like the holidays came, it kind of hit. And then like even on my birthday this year, I was like, it's my birthday and I'm sitting here like so super sad because it's just like, okay, you're not here for this again. And then I feel like the more events or occasions that occur, that's when it hits more. And I kind of, I don't really know how to deal with them. Sometimes I'm just kind of like in a zoned out phase and I'm like thinking about all these memories. Other times it's like I can smile through it or the memories make me cry. It's 50-50.
Definitely is 50-50. I guess for me, I feel like I'm still in shock because it hasn't been a full year for me, and I'm okay with, I don't know. I really don't fucking know. I feel like I'm on a planet sometimes. But yeah, I feel kind of incomplete, like I'm missing something, like I need more, and it's something that I read best. Like when you lose your mom, it feels like you lost your tether to the earth. And it's like, yeah, like kind of feel
Like
that, like
just,
out of
just
control.
here.
Just here. I'm just here now. Like, where is she? And it does feel like that. The more time is going by, like I feel like the shock is starting to wear off because it's like holidays are coming by and that's like our thing. So it's like, okay, like shit is starting to set in now for real.
Now
Like,
it's feeling like for real. Like, okay, you could pop out if you want. Or
yeah, was okay. I'm done with this sick fucking joke. Like,
it's not
yeah,
fun no more. Seriously.
yeah. Um, what do you miss most about your mom?
Um, just our conversations really. So she moved to Tennessee about 2 years ago. Originally before that we were living like 5 minutes away from each other. And then she moved and we talked every day, all day, whenever I would call. And I would forget like the time differences and I would still call some days she would answer if she wasn't asleep. So I feel like that's kind of the main thing I miss, just being able to call. I feel like that was like the hardest part. And like even the other day, I'm like, I don't have nobody to call. I'm just driving. And I'm like, usually these are the moments where it's like, okay, I can call my mom.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like nobody to call. Or it's those times where it's like, okay, I need to hear some words of
Wisdom,
reassurance.
some
Just some.
real shit.
And it's like, I have friends or I have like family that, I'm sure I can call, but it's not the same. Like it doesn't hit the same. It doesn't feel the same. It still feels like I need her to say whatever y'all just said in her way, though.
In her mouth, from her mouth.
Yeah, from her mouth.
Right.
So, like, I think that's the main thing, really, just the conversations. Rather it's a simple conversation or if they're serious, even when it's like, I know I don't want to hear what she got to say, but it's going to make sense. So let me call anyways.
Mm,
It is definitely those moments that I feel like make it the hardest. Just not being able to call and hear those things.
yeah, I can definitely agree with that. Um, Same for me, for sure, because we would talk all the time. So yeah, just the conversations, even the bad ones. Like I even miss those because it was like we still rekindled after and was like, So I don't know, all of it. So it's like not one part that I really don't miss, even the bad shit. Just,
Yeah.
Um, how did grief change your perspective on life?
Um, it just kind of, so with her passing, it was like literally sudden, so random. Um, and obviously I already know like not to take life for granted or people or just, that things happen. But that really made it like reality, like, okay, anything at any moment can happen. So for me, it just made my perspective on life more of do what I want to do now. It's like no excuses. If I want to do it, I have to do it now because you just never know.
Mm-hmm.
And some things I used to be nervous about, or like even something like this, I would have never been like, okay, let me get on here and do a podcast. I'm like a very
You are shy and
shy
and
person. So
yes.
For me now, it's like I'm gonna just do it all because I want to know that I've enjoyed life, I've experienced everything, and I didn't hold back from anything. Just because, like I said, you just never know when anything can happen. And it also made my perspective as far as like family different. Like I want to make the more effort to spend more time with family. Even if they're not putting it out, I want to be the person to know, like, okay, I put out the effort to spend more time, to make more memories, because I want my kids to know if I'm not here, they have
They
other
have somebody,
people to
yeah.
lean on, you know? So that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I'm just doing it all. I'm traveling. I want to reach out to new career adventures. I want to do whatever, just whatever, everything.
Yeah. I like that. I mean, that's all you, I feel like that's the better way you can do. I'll say that because everybody's different with how they deal with it, right?
Yeah.
For me, it definitely has, I mean, taught me that to change my perspective on life, go for it, get it done, do it, because yeah, shit just be happening, and it's scary when you be like looking at shit you didn't do or didn't, and you were scared to do. So you're like, yeah, can't fuck around anymore.
Gotta go for it.
hmm What? Ooh. Now, a couple of these questions. What's something you wish you could ask your mom for today?
Um, Something I could have asked her for today. I had like a million questions for her every day, so I couldn't
Right.
even say. Um, Honestly, I'm not really sure what a question is. I've had like daily questions for her, especially with the ages of my kids and the differences. Yeah, I couldn't say one question, or if I had to, just really how she was able to deal once we got older. Like younger, we were like super close. People would have thought we were best friends. As I became a teenager, things were like, teenager, up and down. So really just how she managed to still have the bond that we had even through those rough times. Because I have a 10-year-old and I'm like, that's getting closer to teenage years and my nerves are bad. Just
Mm,
the attitudes are gonna come, the hard times gonna come, the hard conversations are gonna come. So the question for later would just be how did she get through it or what would she suggest for those hard times?
right.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's pretty much it. Other than that, it would just be whatever random questions come through my mind throughout the days or in that moment that I would need to call.
hmm I'll say for me too. That's definitely a good answer. I mean, good question. Um, I would ask most likely that too because I would want more structure, more like, what do I do? I need a sticky note. Like, put some sticky notes everywhere. Give me a sign. Like, yeah. Um, but I definitely will be like, am I making you proud? Like, am I, because I have a little sister and I have younger siblings. So, you know, being the oldest is not always, is a big fucking task. And it's like
Yeah.
everybody's age is different. So it's like I want to be here. Like it's like my perspective has to change. But at first it was like I'm your sister and that's just that. But it's like a little bit deeper now because I see what we all don't have right. So it's like it's time for me to step up. So it's like on those moments when I'm stepping up or being there for my brothers and sisters and when I want to have my kids because that's what I feel like, just like you, that's when we need our mom like the most because we're new mommies. So yeah, those moments, that question I would ask. And the now it would be, am I making you proud? And what could I do? And then in the future, when I do have my family, it'd definitely be like How? How did you do it? That's what I know.
I feel like yeah, those are definitely the questions,
Mm-hmm.
especially. And then it's crazy to me. It's like now, like yeah, as a kid, you need your mom, but I feel like more in your adulthood is when it's really like, okay, I need your advice. I need you to help me get through this phase of life and this part of that with kids, with careers, with getting a home, stuff like that. It's
Damn
just like
life.
more now.
Okay. Okay. I'm here. Okay. Do you mind repeating that end part? Because my dad was calling and I'm like, want to make sure everything is good.
No, yeah, I was just saying I agree, like definitely with your noun questions
Oh,
and
yeah.
later and stuff like that. Because it's just like as an adult, I feel like that's when we need them more. I feel like as a kid, yeah, you need your mom or your parent, but once you're older, it's like that's when the serious
The serious
questions
shit come. Yeah.
begin. Yeah.
I totally agree. I totally agree. I was, and this is just venting, this girl talk. I'm talking to my dad and I'm just like, I really, really miss my mom and I feel like I need her right now. Like in these moments right now, I have so many questions and I just need her. I need to talk to her because we talk all the time. Like, so it's like, where are you? I have questions and I have went through stuff I need to tell you or accomplish things that I want to share with you. And even though she's here and she can see it and all of these beautiful things, but it's like, I need commentary. I need to know what you think and feel about this and what's going on. But that kind of leads to my next question. What helps you feel most connected to your mom? Do you
Um,
have habits, hobbies, or songs? Like,
I would say yes, certain songs do make me feel like she's there with me in that moment. And also pictures. I keep a picture with her of her in my backpack. Now that I'm back at school, I have a picture of her in my purse. I just got a car a few days ago, so there'll be a picture in the car.
praise God.
Um, so it's just to me, pictures are like a big thing. I
Yeah.
feel like pictures are what keep me close. And then I have like videos saved. I feel like okay, I need to hear her voice. The videos say absolutely a bunch of nothing, but it's just the fact that I'm able to hear her say anything. So I feel like definitely videos and definitely pictures.
Yes. Um, that's definitely important. The all of the above, right? For me, it would be I journal with her, like journal to her, like writing. Um, but videos too, I do go back to the videos. One thing I did try is like saving her voicemails and I like emailed them to myself. But I tried doing that with my grandma because my grandma we were close to, and when she passed, I kept her voicemails, emailed them. Well, I learned to email them because that phone fucking got demolished and
And then
I
it's
was
gone.
crushed like sick for like a month for sure. Like that's shit you can't get back. Like her voice, I gotta like memorize like how she sound.
Whiskey Fountain, yes.
That's oh my goodness. That's why I'm like, yeah, any audio or anything,
Say,
send to the
yeah.
email because yeah, the audio is cool because sometimes even it's good keeping pictures because she's on my phone, she's everywhere. But I'm like, my mom, I seen her, like, you know. So it's just like it's not the same. Like I hate that I seen my mom like that.
Oh my,
And because like I see that still. Like it's sick how that doesn't go away. But
that, so I'm also the oldest sibling. So I had to fly out to Tennessee and see her before we had planned everything. And she looked like her, but it was just like creepy for me. Like when I touched her, it was just like, okay, this is you, but not you. And I feel like that's definitely something that does stick with you. And it's like, I wanted to be the one to go just because I was the oldest, but in my mind, I'm like, I wish I would have sent somebody else because it's definitely, it stays with you. That stays with you.
Yeah, it's something it's like something you never forget. It's like crispy and it's pretty annoying. Like, I wish I could just have the regular fucking
Image of
image.
before that.
Yeah, before seeing that. And yeah, being the oldest puts you in that position to make these type of decisions where you have to be the one to or say yes or just with your mom. And it's very traumatizing. I do remember like having an episode, but I knew I touched her, but I knew I couldn't like kiss, like I couldn't just, I don't know. I just don't remember because I knew I would freak out if I felt her cold because my mom gave me warm kisses all the time. And the last time she kissed me was on the top of my head. Like that's where she kissed me. So yeah, I just couldn't feel that. So yeah, that's just a terrible, terrible image. Whoever idea is that's fucking sick.
Like cold is crazy because what? And at first, that's what made me fine. At first, I'm like, okay, she looks regular. The touch, I was like, okay, let me step outside for a second because that blew me.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely needed a second. And another thing that is traumatizing that people don't talk about is knowing when your parent is getting cremated, right? And this is just because it's what the word we're talking about. It's just that's eerie, like like knowing when it's happening because they text you shit like that, like.
For me, I don't think they text, or I think they just kind of said today we're gonna do it, and then that was kind of it. And then I got like an email later saying like, okay, this is when we're gonna ship them out, the ashes out, and blah blah blah. So I didn't really get like play by play of like the whole process.
Yeah. But that's good. I'm glad that you're getting through because, like I said, your story of you getting through your place, your car, finishing school, and your kids, I know it's definitely an accomplishment. So, what does breaking generational curses mean to you in your family?
To me, it means just making sure my kids have like the resources, the ability, and the knowledge for stability. I've seen family members have amazing businesses or jobs, and yeah, they have money, and then it goes away. Yeah, you've had this and that, and then it's nothing to show for it later. So I feel like my main goal is the stability and keeping it residual, keeping the money into making it show for something. Yeah, you had $1 million, and then what did you do with it? So I want them to be more focused on the stability of finance. It's not just getting rich or being wealthy. Make it show for something. Make it last. Use it for something, not just to say, okay, I had this, and now you have nothing else to show for it. Buy land, build a house, save something for later.
Yeah, it's absolutely important. And that's how you build a legacy. We got to start building legacies here. So we don't know what the fuck is going on. What values do you want your children to carry into adulthood?
I want them to carry into adulthood just being true to themselves, honesty within themselves, and my younger kids, they're super into church. Like they are very excited about church. They love Jesus and all that. Like my son, at this point, I'm convinced he wants to be a pastor. So I just want
Amen. Hallelujah.
I want them to keep that though, to know like, okay, if it's not me that's here, you can pray about it. I want them to keep strong in that belief of knowing there is someone else that's there, even if they can't talk to me. And to take that with them through everything, through school, through careers, or whatever they choose, to just pretty much be true within themselves and to always lean on prayer, lean on God or whoever they do choose to believe in. Because the world is crazy. So it's not how it was when we were growing up. It's horrible.
It's horrible.
So I
I
just
don't even
want,
know if that's the right word for that, but yeah.
it's a different place. So I just really want them to have that value to be, it's okay to be true to themselves. You don't have to do or follow the crowd. Be who you are, be who I'm instilling in you guys to be, don't have to switch it up for other people.
Right. And that's good. That's a good value to teach them young, to be true to yourself. Because that way they're not easily influenced.
Yeah.
Okay, so what part of motherhood healed you the most?
Um, I wouldn't say any specific part. I feel like all of it, honestly. Just seeing them grow, watching them accomplish different things, their different personalities, the different love, just literally all of it. I know that there's days when I can be like completely broken. I've had a breakdown, and obviously I don't show that to them, but it seems on those days like they know or something, and it's like extra love, extra I'm gonna listen, extra everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I just like every part of it,
Mm-hmm.
every part.
What part hurt you the most?
Um, the times when I'm not able to do things, or like when we've lost our place, and it's like, okay, I gotta hurry up and figure some stuff out. If it was just me, it's like, okay, that's fine. I can figure me out. But it's like now I have these extra humans expecting this from me. And even though they don't know what's going on, it's like I know. And eventually they're going to notice this and that. So I feel like just going through hard times and having to hurry up and figure it out makes it the hard part.
Right. It definitely can be a hard part. I do remember some struggles. My mom, they like kind of made it make sense. Like, you knew, but you didn't because
Yeah,
y'all parents hide it good, to me, in my opinion.
really
Especially a
good.
parent that cares, you would never know what the fuck is going on. You just knew shit got done. Maybe not right now, but you still had a good fucking time for the most part. At least I can say for
Yeah.
me. Um, yeah. Do you show yourself grace as a mother?
Now I do.
That's good.
And I had to have people like constantly tell me that, because before I would be like extremely hard on myself, like even over the smallest things. I'm a super holiday person. So especially the holidays, birthdays, I'm like any small inconvenience and I'm tearing myself down. And my kids wouldn't even notice. To them, they were still having the best time. And I'm sitting here panicking over nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to realize that, okay, I am doing a good job. And as long as they're happy and healthy, that's all that matters. And the small things are kind of just like me being in my own head.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm learning to kind of just take it easy. And they're pretty simple kids. So for me, it's just like, okay, even when I can't get it exactly perfect or how I want something, I have to still give myself grace, because at least, I've got something done, or I'm a trying parent.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's still a work in progress, but recently I have been giving myself a lot of grace.
And I feel like that's a start. And that's good. And when you notice it, because, ain't nobody else going to tell you for the most part. I mean, or unless you can have good friends around you, like, hey, give yourself some grace. But that's good when you can realize it yourself internally and be like, know when you're fucking up, know when you need to pick it up, and also know when to give yourself a pat on the back. Gotta have a balance for sure. What part of you had to grow the most after losing your mom?
Um, I feel like just being the oldest sibling, being the sibling with the most kids, I've always already had like this nurturing type of personality. And even when my mom was here, she would say like, "Oh, most of the times she would mainly help like my brother more because they figured I was gonna get it done, or I got
Mhm.
it, or I'm gonna figure it out."
For the most
So I
part.
feel like not much of me like really had to grow. I just feel like I've been more focused on how to find something to where me and my siblings can be okay now. Um, so not only am I like focused on making sure my kids are stable and they have this financial stability to give them the opportunity to break generational curses, but now it's also like I'm gonna make sure I give that to my siblings also.
Hmm.
So I feel like that it just kind of pushed me harder to make sure I achieve that goal. But I've kind of always been like in this era of I'm older, so I have to be this and be that.
Hmm. I mean, it's valid. For for me, I mean, um, trying to figure out, I guess, choices because I feel like because I am the oldest and my mom was like, you know how it's like the matriarch, like, and then like once she's gone, it's like all on you. So it's like having that to decipher what I want to pick up and what I want to put down because it's like I'm still trying to build for me. So it's like, that's the hardest part because once you put down something, that's a sacrifice. Like, that's certain family time or, if you got family everywhere, you're not spending as much time trying to get everybody together and, because you're trying to build, I don't know. I guess it's like just finding that balance, So I'm figuring out that's a part of me that's learning to grow. Um, Picking to choose what to pick up, what to put down. Because I definitely want to continue her legacy, right? And continue, her name and honor her. But I also want to, you know, do both, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, what's a lesson your mother or grandmother taught you that you want to continue?
Um, to well, again, be true to who you are, be true in yourself, and that sometimes it's okay to love people from a distance. You do not have to give your energy to everybody just because that's your uncle or your aunt or your this and your that. That does not automatically require you to have to be in their presence. And you can still love them from that distance. You don't have to give disrespect or, anything like that. It's definitely okay to give distance to friends, to family, to whoever when you need it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I feel like protecting my peace is like top tier as well. So I definitely take that all the time. Like we don't get to choose our family and sometimes that is okay, but I will definitely choose to love
Right.
people at a distance before putting myself in a situation or a surrounding that I know I really don't want to be in.
Mm-hmm. And learning from my past mistakes. What's something you want to unlearn before passing it to the next generation?
Um, the concept of I'll get the money back. Spend and okay, I'll get paid or I'll get it back later is very horrible. So I definitely want to work on that within myself so that they have an example of how to save and a balance of spending and saving.
That is definitely important. I think we all fucking got that bad, right? Especially when you had a certain lifestyle. You're just like, I need it.
I need to have that. And then my problem is food though. Like I have a problem. I get money and it's just like I need to buy that to eat. I could cook at home. Like I can make that at home. I'm definitely not that parent of we got McDonald's at home. If y'all want McDonald's, I want Cane's. So we're gonna go get it.
Right.
But I need to work on that.
Yeah.
That is horrible. I'm like, why did they bring up food? Because yes, I've been hungry all day, and we're gonna go.
Right. I was waiting for somebody to say something.
I've been waiting. Such I never asked.
Yes, I love it. What's something that you're planning for you and your babies, like for 2026?
For 2026, I am planning to open a bar cafe type of thing. I'm into poetry, but I've been so nervous for years to share. I've started a YouTube and never posted. So I want to open something to do like open mic nights, poetry slams, things of that sort. So
Okay.
that is something I'm planning for 2026.
And in the works. I love to hear it, and I can't wait to see it.
Thank you.
Yes. Any advice you want to give to the mothers out there, the ladies out there that could be battling maybe with depression or maybe even just going through it with kids and just, that motherhood sometimes where you're just uncertain about what you're doing? That could possibly, enlighten them.
Um, Really, I would say, I mean, we all go through those times of uncertainty. Like I said, there is no rule book to parenting. It's a day by day process. My advice would just be to genuinely give yourself that grace. Give yourself those 2 hours of silence, of a show, of a shower. Don't mom guilt yourself. It's okay to have lunch without the kids sometimes. It's okay to be overwhelmed sometimes because it can get overwhelming. That doesn't make you a bad parent. And mistakes happen, and you just have to continue to learn from them. It's, again, a day by day process. Nobody is a completely perfect parent. That's impossible. They don't exist. But everybody, as long as you're a trying parent, I will say that. Continue to be
Hmm.
a trying parent and give yourself that grace.
Yes. Yes. Well, definitely thank you for that. Do you want to leave your Instagram or your YouTube? Get it cracking, get a little boost.
Let's see. I have to reach and shut my YouTube. I'm gonna leave my Instagram. Okay. Follow me, y'all.
Yes, period. And yes, thank you so much for joining me for Girl Talk. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned in and locked in. Stay motivated, ladies, gents. It never gets easy, but life continues to go and we got to keep growing and going. So just go through the motions, get through it, don't stay in it.